Welcome to Alight Handwovens Tip Tuesday. My name is Cambria and I'm here with a gorgeous Alight traveler, and today we're going to learn tips and tricks on how to use your ring sling. First thing I want to talk about is how I thread my ring sling. Now I start on my left shoulder, but other people absolutely can use their right shoulder. It's just a preference for you. Now when I take my ring sling, I'm going to use it so that the tag is going to come up around and be facing outward. That way when I thread it through my ring, the tag is facing inward towards me. That's just a little thing that I like to do. And when I take the rings and thread it, I am going to finger walk and kind of make a little fan, a mini fan at the end, so that everything is nice and neat and in place. Then you're going to take the wrap through the rings, both of them, and you're going to open up and bring it down through. Now this is really an important part of ring slinging. You want to make sure that your rails are very easily moved through the ring. So you want to be able to glide your top and bottom and middle rails nice and easy through the rings, so that when you're tightening it, it's not getting all twisted and lost in translation. And I see a lot of people that struggle with ring slinging and tightening everything, but in most cases it's probably because you don't have your wrap nice and situated and adjusted in the ring so that all of your rails can glide nice and easily through. So I make just enough pocket for my daughter's legs to go through. You really don't want to have to do too much tightening, so I leave it nice and loose, but also not so loose that I'm going to be, tightening meters of fabric or whatever through the rings. So you want to make sure that everything is all nice and situated. And I'm going to go ahead and get you want to start with your rings really far back on your shoulder here. I sometimes start even with them back, because when you're tightening, you are going to pull those rings down just a little bit. Okay, so we are going to start with baby in the burp position, and I like to take one leg at a time. So starting with one leg at a time, I just move the rails right beneath her bum here. And then that way I can sit her down on top of those rails, almost creating a seat already. So make sure you take your time, and again, make sure your rings are very high up. You can, if you find that they've slipped further down, you can place baby in the burp position and you can move those rings just a little bit back. So now you can see I've sat baby down into the seat, and I've kind of adjusted her so she's on my side, and I'm going to find the top rail here. So once you find this top rail, you're going to pull it up over baby's back here, okay? And again, remember how I told you I have the rings very well tightened, almost so that I don't really have to do much tightening at all. So now it almost makes the seat for me. See how it's hammocked from leg to leg, from knee to knee? Now all you need to do is just kind of tuck that extra fabric, tuck it up under their bum so that it goes from leg to leg, from knee to knee. And now we have it nice and high, and as you can see, the sleeve's tightened. Now when we tighten a ring sling, we don't come and pull down, we pull out and away, okay? We're gonna do out and away, okay? And that way, everything comes down nice and even. Now, here are my tips we have a very unhappy baby who is back bending. Hi. So what we're gonna do, and this is helps me. Do you see how she's popping everything? She's going crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna actually let out a little bit. And this is a great learning experience on how I deal with my fussy baby. So I use a boob. So we're going to nurse in this. And this is how I nurse. I just let a little slack out. And then I bring baby up to my breast. And now this could be a pacifier. This could be a bottle. You know, whatever you have that helps your baby when they're fussy, that's an excellent way to do it. And now you can see how nice and snug and comfy this ring sling is. And she did pop her seat a little, so we're gonna come in and I come up and pull. So, and she has her mommy milk and she's all happy now. So you can see how good her seat is. You want that bum to be nice and low and her legs to be nice and high. Now, a lot of people also ask me for newborns how we would, and even her. So maybe she might fall asleep and she might want a little extra neck control. So what I do is I just twist this rail here, this tail, and I honestly either, I just pull it down across their neck and I can just tuck it down into the ring sling here. And pull, and that gives you just a little bit extra neck support for a little baby or a baby who's going to fall asleep. And as you can see, the rings are all nice and neat, and I have the pleats brought down over my shoulder so that it's really comfortable, and that's where the weight is being spread across my shoulder in these passes. And so there you have it, guys. That's how you ring sling. And as far as tightening goes, you always want to make sure that you pay attention to this middle rail and tighten through their back. That gives them a lot of extra support through their back here. That's something that I know I needed to learn. Now I'm going to pull this out and show you again how I tighten. And I go up and out. I don't pull down. That's going to pull my rings down. So I go out and then I come down a little. And that way, and you can just go through and tighten as you see necessary. And then anytime you want to let up on that slack, I just pull up on the ring a little and let a little bit out. And then you can go ahead and tighten and reposition as you need to. Really, it's all about practicing. Practice in front of your mirror at home. Ring sling around the house. And so also, as you can see, this is a little bit longer of a tail. I did show you how you can twist it and bring it up around their neck and tuck it down in, or with an older baby, and this is what I do. I take the fabric and I make like a loop here, and I come in underneath this, and I come through this loop here, and I make a little knot, a decorative knot around the rings here, and so it helps with some extra fabric if you do have a longer ring sling and want to have a pretty finish on it. So really, I just tie the extra tail around the ring, and so it makes it look really neat. So those are just some of my tips for Tip Tuesday on how to ring sling. And if you have any questions, please make sure to comment below. And I'm just so thankful for everyone who can support and join us today. And we are just so thankful. Take care, guys, and have a great day.